Chapter 99. Honestly, in the face of the Greek Pantheon's invasion of my realm, I truly forgot about Trigon, but as storms built up around my realm heralding the arrival of Zeus's arrival, I could feel his own overwhelming demonic energy watching my realm as well in the metaphorical distance. Feeling both Zeus and Trigon's familiars skulking about my realm, a part of me considered just running away, trying to take my realm through the infinite chaotic darkness that was past the source wall. But I had no idea what was beyond it, and if I couldn't handle the threats in front of me now, I couldn't handle the outer gods that prowled around the outside of the source wall. Well, are you going to keep skulking around? Your bitch Athena cannot see into my realm, so maybe try to do something on your own in life except for killing your poisoned and sick father Zeus. I spoke out with my voice traveling past my realm and into the flocks of eagles that were flying outside my realm's influence. For a moment the eagles froze in midair as my words struck the mind of the god who was controlling them, and then in response a massive bolt of lightning that could render cities to ashes struck at my realm, but then split apart as it hit the natural shields surrounding my realm. Oh, did I strike a nerve? What are you going to do? Throw more of a bitch fit, dramatically showing off your impotent limp wrath against my realm's natural barriers you won't actually break because you need the barriers to keep the realm together for you to merge it into Olympus? I spoke caustically as the lightning continued striking my realm's natural barriers unabated for several minutes before it stopped suddenly as Zeus cleared his frustration. But I wasn't done. Man, if this is your endurance when it comes to your wife, no wonder you have to constantly force yourself upon everything with a pulse. Actually, I take that back, you have somehow impregnated shit without a pulse, you sick freak of nature. I continued, and then my realm groaned as a massive hand made out of lightning tore a hole through the realm's barriers, allowing a literal army of demigods carrying the energy signature and essence of many other gods I had sensed from before when I peeked at the Trojan War. Really? Zeus, you send your own brothers and sisters' children to me as disposable shock troops? I spoke before I mentally focused on the 500 or so young teenagers and adult men and women that were rushing towards my obviously massive castle in the distance. Children of the Olympians, I bear you ill will for your parents and most especially Zeus's stupidity. Lay down in the sand and I shall move you to safety. If you keep running, I will kill you all in a single blow. I said with some true reluctance in my voice, but I would carry out that threat with no hesitation as this was war. Ignore the demon. I heard a young muscular man roar, and I noticed he had whitish blonde hair with blue eyes with lightning sparking from his eyes, so I knew him to be a spawn of Zeus. Today we make Olympus large enough to host all demigods, Greece, and even Themyscira will be merged together into a mega realm equal to Earth. The spawn of Zeus roared, and I blinked at Zeus's audacity. Not only did he wish to merge our realms, but he wanted to incorporate other smaller realms into a mega one so that could grow naturally with how my realm was so new and still growing into becoming a new prime Earth or something. Not a single demigod actually listened to my words, and I wasn't sure if they were being mind-controlled by Aphrodite or something. So I had no choice but to consider them enemy combatants, so with a flex of my will the deserts of Huco Mundo rose up, forming a facsimile of my face that rose up thousands of meters high, and then with a realm-shaking crashing noise all those demigods were smashed into paste regardless of their divine heritage or abilities under the weight of mountains of earth and sand. Zeus. You sent your own family's children knowing they were so far beneath me to do battle for you. Will you send your brothers and sisters to die as well? Or will you achieve your ambitions on your own merits rather than having an enemy kill your whole pantheon, leaving you as the only true god of the Greeks? I spoke, and I felt several divinities in the distance flare up at my words as the last part had stuck all too true. Due to Zeus stripping his sons Ares and Apollo of their mantles and domains for their failures and betrayal, the rest of the gods were clearly not enthused at the idea of being made into fodder, no different from their children. Though the fact that not a single god came into my realm to directly fight me, making it abundantly clear that the gods themselves cared little for their demigods, was interesting to note. Fine. We will meet you in open battle, a powerful male voice roared like thunder, crossing the realm and shaking the windows of my castle. With a glance at Galatea and Raven who nodded to me, I teleported to the side of the realm where the Olympian host was camping outside. As I appeared with a flex of my will, I felt Zeus's divinity locking onto me as he once again tore his way into the realm, but this time instead of a troop of demigods there were countless monsters from the Greek myths, lesser gods, spirits like dryads or naiads. And of course, leading the back of the massive army were 3 Olympians, making me chuckle at the sight. Wow. You are so terrible of a king that out of the dozen Olympians only Athena and Ares march with you. Did Hades and Poseidon laugh in your face? What's most hilarious is that even after Zeus stole your domains you still march and obey him like the whipped little dog you are, Ares, ha. I roared with laughter as both Ares and Zeus's faces twisted in fury at my words as Athena kept a smooth uncaring face. Your prodding will do nothing when my father slays you and takes your realm, Athena said coldly, but I just smiled while looking at her silver-haired form clad in feminine armor. Is your oath of chastity still a thing? Or have you wrapped your shitty father between your fingers by allowing him to sodomize you? Because you're still a virgin if it's in the butt. I said, holding back giggles as Athena's face twisted into a rictus of true wrath that exceeded Zeus and Ares's. Oh, did that strike a nerve? Or was it the illusion of you stealing some girl's body so you could bear Zeus a new body for him to steal that hit too close to home? At that word, she stabbed forward with her spear, sending a powerful lance of light that I could feel had gravity and spatial distortion effects. Azarath Metrian Zinthos. Raven chanted from my castle as she tapped into the realm power, and then a massive raven the size of a skyscraper swallowed the attack from Athena, with Raven's magic having demonic and void attributes that exceeded the conceptual power of Athena's attack. Then the raven continued to fly towards the host of the Greek army, and Zeus, seeing how unstable the spell was as Athena's attack clearly roiled and was breaking out of the spell, and was going to explode when the spell broke apart. Zeus finally lifted his arm and a solid jagged lightning bolt formed in his hands that he quickly threw towards the raven. A cataclysmic reverberation of divine and magical might rang out as the explosion between the three energies of Zeus, Athena, and Raven collided, creating a pillar of white pure power that turned the sands of Husio Mundo to diamond under the sheer heat and pressure of the collision of the blow. Monsters of Greece and the lesser gods, slay all within the realm. I and the rest will kill the king and capture the queen to take over the realm. Zeus roared as a skyscraper-sized bolt of lightning flashed towards me, and in response, I roared, sending a powerful zero towards the lightning bolt as I also drew God Killer from my space bracelet while I mentally had the memento tied around the tree that Hera offered to be a message place. The war between Hugo Mundo, the land of spirits, as Iris Vale turned into the Greater Grail to unlock the gates to the thrones of heroes, versus the old gods of Olympus and every lesser god and monster they could get their hands upon, had begun.